Welcome to The Revolution, where our mission is to make our dollars revolve in our community. For the last few weeks, we've been gearing up for the holidays by providing unique gift and decorating ideas from local Black-owned businesses. While the holidays are a time for celebrating with family and friends, it's also a time when those who are less fortunate suffer the most. A couple months ago, we spoke with Belly Gang and Big Boy Entertainment as they fed the homeless community in Tuscaloosa. We also learned that a strikingly disproportionate percentage of America's homeless population is comprised of members of the Black community. To help ease this burden, Tuscaloosa author and entrepreneur Mary E. Thomas has sponsored Winter Warm-Up to bring warm blankets and other much-needed items to individuals staying in Salvation Army shelters this winter. Welcome to the Revolution, Miss Thomas. I know I've known you for your whole life, so I already know everything about you. But for the folks who don't know you yet, would you mind just introducing yourself to the community and tell us a little bit about Winter Warm-Up?
Okay. Hi, my name is Mary Thomas, and I am from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. I was born and raised here. Like Ashley said, I've known her pretty much all my life. We went to elementary school together. I'm a graduate of the University of Alabama. I'm a member of Sigma Gamma Rho Incorporated sorority. And I am also an author. I wrote my first book about 2 years ago. Ashley has it in her hand, which is titled Castle Hill. And we'll talk a little bit more about that later on. And I just appreciate you guys having me on the show today.
Well, thank you so much for being here, and thank you for what you're doing with Winter Warm-Up. So I know that you are working with the Salvation Army for that project. So is that an actual Salvation Army program, or is that something that you came up with on your own?
It's actually something I came up with on my own. It is a goal of mine, and I wanted to do it about 2 years ago, but I procrastinated and never really got it off the ground. And each time I thought about it, it was just, too much going on at that time, and so I never really got it off the ground. So this time I kind of thought my way through it, and I said, you know what, I'm going to give it a chance. I'm going to, put this idea out there. Hopefully I'll get the help that I need, and I want to make it a success. So it really was an idea of my own, and I'm just thankful that I'm able to do it and give back to the community.
Well, it's very commendable, and I know a lot of people do like to get involved in charity work during the holidays, but it takes a really special type of person to actually head up such a large large program like this. So what motivated you to really just jump in there and become a leader?
Well, I chose this time to want to give back. That was my thing that I wanted to do for Christmas this year. It's really not about me, and I really wanted to help those that need the help more than I do. So what I did was the first thing I wanted to do, I actually had the idea for the nursing homes, but I spoke with a friend of mine that worked in the nursing home setting, and he informed me that they have someone that always do that for them every year. So as I was talking to a friend of mine, and then I also talked to my niece, Andrea, they both gave me the idea. They said, why don't you do it for homeless people? Well, I was like, homeless people? Okay, there are a lot of homeless people in Tuscaloosa. And I thought about it. I said, well, if I were to pick a certain location, well, it could be people that show up that will benefit from it. And then there will also be people that will show up that don't need the assistance that, will kind of take away from my goal, my idea of wanting to help the homeless people. So I reached out to the Salvation Army, and I got in touch with the caseworker, Reva Howard, and she informed me that they had no one who had ever thought of the idea, no one who had ever wanted to do anything for the people that reside at the Salvation Army. So I said, well, wow, this would be a great idea. Can I do this? And so she gave me the yes. And I told her that, well, I already have support. Before I even got her yes, I already had support of people that wanted to donate and to give back. So all I needed was a yes, and I got that yes. And so I've been on it ever since that day.
Wow, and that is really inspiring to show how just one person's motivation can help a nationwide organization like the Salvation Army. You're doing something that they've never done before, and who knows how this might branch out and take off nationwide. You never know. So I really commend you for that. So what kind of donations do you need right now? What's most in need?
Well, right now, knit hats, gloves, mittens, scarves. And I've had some people that donated some coats that have been worn before, but that were in good use. And I have had people that ask me, well, can I donate something I already have that is not new? At first I said no, because I thought about, well, knit hats, you never know, what a person's condition is, and you don't want to share, germs and stuff like that. But if it is in good condition and it's only been worn once or twice and there is nothing, no skin disease or nothing like that, then of course they could donate it. I'm willing to accept all this, any type of help that I can get. So as of right now, knit hats, gloves, mittens, that's welcome. Scarves is welcome. And throw blankets. I almost forgot the little throw blankets that they could throw on and kind of warm themselves up, because during the day they are gone and out looking for jobs. So they're not even inside of the Salvation Army. So during the day they can have that scarf or that mint or that knit hat to keep them warm. So, and then also I will take deodorant, toothpaste, mouthwash, and it can be the travel size. It doesn't have to be the big regular size. It doesn't have to be Colgate or some Aquafresh or something name brand. It could be whatever you can give at that moment.
Okay, wonderful. And I can definitely see where those donations will go a long way towards helping a lot of people. Right now, do you have a goal for the amount of donations that you get, and are you close to your goal if you have one?
Well, I don't have a goal set, and no, I'm not close to my goal. I haven't gotten donations in. I've had quite a few people hit me up to donate. So I don't have a goal, but, I would love to be able to help each and every one that reside at the Salvation Army. I don't actually have a head count for that either. I don't know how many people reside there. I do know that there are females, males, and children. Now, I did kind of get a head count for the children. There are no more than 10 kids that live at the Salvation Army. So that's good to know, but most of them are adult males and adult females.
Okay, well, I'm sure the community can pull together and come up with something for you. So what's the deadline to get things to you, and how can people actually get their donations to you?
December 15th is the deadline, and they can reach me on my cell phone at 205-454-8800. They can reach me that way. They can email me if they want, but I'm most accessible through my cell phone. But if they would like to email me, my email address is M as in Mary, Thomas is my last name, 35401@gmail.com.
Awesome. So I really do wish you the best of luck with this program. I know it's going to benefit a whole lot of people, and they're going to be happy with the donations they receive during the winter season. So we do want to talk a little bit more about you coming up, but we're going to take a quick commercial break right now.
All right.
Greetings, everyone. I'm Chris Glenn, along with my wife,
Sabrina Glenn.
And we are here speaking on behalf of the O.W. Gurley Community Center. We are a full-scale community center located here in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, 1920 25th Avenue. In this community center, we provide space, and within that space, there's a world of enrichment. We have dance classes for children and adults. We have karate classes. We have yoga. We have just basic fitness. We have classes teaching about entrepreneurship, how to cultivate your entrepreneurial skills. We have actual classes that teach you about grant writing, how to acquire grants. We have anything that you want to learn, anything that's going on in the community, it goes on here in the O.W. Gurley Community Center. It is a source of enrichment. So we invite you all to come in, check out everything we have to offer, and be a part of building the community.
Okay, so December the 9th, we're having a huge grand opening. When I say huge, I mean huge. We want every single entrepreneur, every single business owner here in the O.W. Gurley Community Center in a different booth, in a different spot, advertising your business, showing the community exactly what it is that you have to offer to bring to the community. If you have a skill, if you have an art, I don't care if it's sewing, if it's making fabric, whatever it is, if it's cooking, whatever it is, bring it to us. Advertise, show the community exactly who you are and what you're about. December the 9th, it'll be from 12 p.m. to 7 p.m. And what I'm missing about the event that day?
Everything's going down. I mean, we're going to have entertainment. We're going to
it's
have
going to
food
be dancers. It's going to be karate going on. It's going to be so much going on. It's going to be mind-blowing, life-changing. I'm telling you. Get people out here at the OW Girly Community Center right by Catfish Heaven, 1920 25th Avenue in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, 35401. And like us on Facebook, OW Girly Community Center, or follow us at Sabrina Glenn or Chris Glenn, or you can also contact us at 205-467-5227 to book your space. And we are back with Miss Mary Thomas. We've been talking about Winter Warm Up, which is your donation program for the Salvation Army this year. So we do commend you for all the work that you're doing for the less fortunate, and we definitely want that program to be a great success. Before you left, though, I did want to talk about your business ventures and the different things you have going on in life. So I know that you did write a very successful book last year, Castle Hill, which is right here. And it was a very wonderful book. This is my personal copy, in case y'all didn't know.
And I autographed it for.
It is autographed. So tell us a little bit about the book, so people will know how they can pick it up and what kind of great Christmas gift that it will be.
Okay, well, you guys, if you are looking for that book that reminds you of Waiting to Exhale, if you're looking for that book that reminds you of Girlfriends, if you are looking for that book that reminds you that life in itself can be a beautiful thing, but at the same time, there may be some things that you may have to adjust to. There may be some changes that you have to go through to get to where you really need to be. Then you should pick up a copy of my book, Castle Hill, because that's exactly what you will get from my book. It is a great book, and I'm not just saying that because I wrote it, but it really is a great book, and I have gotten so much success from behind writing this book. Oh my goodness, my book is at Barnes & Noble. And I never thought it would get there because I'm a self-publisher. I didn't go through a big major company. I did everything on my own, and I went through a self-published company. So me thinking big, but I wasn't thinking bigger, but I was thinking big. I just wanted to write my first book. I just wanted to complete a goal. And so that's what I did. That's what I did when I sat down and wrote Castle Hill. So when I found out it was at Barnes & Noble, oh my goodness, it just meant the world to me because I didn't think that big, but that was a big thing for me because I did not think my book could ever get that far. So I would like to just encourage every potential author right now that if it is your goal, if it is your dream to write a book, you can do it. It's not as hard as you think. It's not as complicated as you think. All you have to do is focus, give it time, and write or type it out and put it on paper until it's on print. So what I did was just accomplish a goal, and I'm just thankful for that. But like I said before, if you're looking for that book that is going to give you that feeling of of living single, the show Living Single, or Girlfriends, then that's the book you should read right there, Castle Hill.
And I definitely agree with all of that, and I'm very proud of you for accomplishing that goal. So what can we expect next from you?
Well, right now, I do have a business venture. I am, writing and editing and ghostwriting on the side. So that's one of my businesses. And I do meet with potential authors, and I, pretty much give them outlines or things that they should do when they're first time writing a book. So that's one of my business ventures that I'm currently doing on the side. And I'm currently, trying to finish up my second book. I'm halfway there. And my second book is titled Only If Time Could Stand Still. So be on the lookout for it. I'm trying to get it out. Be patient with me. But that's what I'm currently doing right now at this moment, is I'm working on my business with proofreading and editing and ghostwriting for other people, and then I'm also trying to complete my second book.
Great stuff, and I'm definitely waiting patiently for that second book because I'm looking forward to it. So I really want to thank you so much for sitting down with me today and telling us all about your project with the Salvation Army, as well as all your business ventures. So I really do wish you the best, and I hope that the community will come out strong and help you out with those donations. So thank you for being on the show.
And thank you for having me.
And I'm going to come back in just a moment with some final words. A revolution is defined as a forcible overthrow of a government or social order in favor of a new system. It can also be defined as a single orbit of one object around another, or about an axis or center. The Black community needs a financial revolution. Our current social order just isn't working for us. Studies show that when money comes into an Asian household, it circulates within the Asian community an average of 28 days before leaving that community. For Jewish households, it's around 19 days. For Black households, it's a depressing 6 hours. And we wonder why so many of our communities are impoverished. It's up to us to overthrow this social order of mental and economic enslavement and create a new system of unity and cooperative economics. Let's support each other and make our dollars revolve in our community. In 2017, a warm home for the winter is something that we should all be able to take for granted. However, of course, it's a luxury that many people just don't have. I hope this episode of The Revolution inspires you to remember those who are going without and add them to your shopping list this holiday season. Let's support each other and make our dollars revolve in our community. Hotep family.